Ever get those moments when you're about to go to bed? You've had some dinner, you've had some drinks, you've showered, you're all cozy in your bed, and your phone buzzes beside you. You haven't put it on charge. You get up, you put your phone on charge, you get back into bed, and you remember that homework that you have due for tomorrow. So you get up, you do that, slave over that for a good 45 minutes to an hour, get back into bed, certain that you're about to fall asleep this time, but you're hungry again. You get up, you make food, you wash up the bowls, the plates and everything, you turn off the lights, you get back into bed. Surely you can go to sleep now, right? But then you just can't, for whatever reason. Sleep, a part of our everyday life. Just like food and water, we can't live without it. Sleep is one of, if not the most important thing that our body needs. Many things can affect our sleep, and when our sleep is affected, our waking lives are affected. So, how many hours of sleep should we, as teenagers, realistically be getting every single night? Scientific studies show that we need between 9 and 9.5 hours of sleep every single night. I'm not sure about you, but I'm lucky if I can get 7. If anyone can get 9 or 9.5 blessed hours of sleep, I don't know what to say to you. You're lucky, I guess. Not getting enough sleep is not only bad for us mentally, but also physically and emotionally. According to the Sleep Foundation, the evidence apparently shows that not getting enough sleep makes you feel groggy and drowsy for the rest of the day. Your teenagers are more likely to engage in risky behavior, drinking and smoking, and there have been some cases where some teenagers have picked fights and started them because the night before or the night after or over a certain period of time, they've only gotten a collective hours of sleep of like 8 over the past 3 days. So, now we know how much sleep we should be getting, let's talk about quality over quantity. In the average student's room, you can find 1 or 2 devices, give or take, all of which emit something called blue light, which has been shown to naturally mess with our body's ability to recognize when it is time to fall asleep. Scientists over at the Sleep Foundation and the Healthline have come up with studies showing that we should not use screens for at least 30 minutes. It's recommended that you don't use them for an hour, but if you can get off of screens for 30 minutes before you go to bed, that could do a world of wonders. Instead, they suggest that we pick up a book and read, or do small little chores around the house. Moving on, let's assume we've had a night's sleep completely uninterrupted by thoughts of homework, exams, food, and more homework. You're in your bed, warm, cozy, in no way interested in waking up. But then your alarm goes off. You reach out, and you madly swing for the off button. Now, reaching for the snooze button is our first instinct as humans when we have to get up before the sun is even out. Unfortunately for those who do hit the snooze button, science is not on our side. As it turns out, hitting the snooze button can also make you feel groggy and drowsy for the rest of the day. Instead, those miserable scientists tell us that we should get out of bed, open the blinds, throw on a smile, and be happy. We don't know how to do any of that, so that's off the table. And actually, the Sleep Foundation and the Healthline reports that some scientists think that schools should open a lot later in the morning, so for example, 11 or 12, and we should end school at around 6 or 7. This means that school can naturally compromise with teenage body clocks. So, how can we fix this? How can we reliably and comfortably get more sleep? What I will say is that it isn't impossible to improve your sleep. There's nothing that we can collectively do that can enhance our sleeping skills forever. But it can be fixed as easily as going to bed an hour or 2 earlier than what you're used to. Or if you work into late hours of the night or early hours of the morning, you can keep your room nice and dark and cool so that the atmosphere is just right for you when it is time to go to sleep. I mean, as I said before, you can read a book in bed, or you can just take your mind off of things, do just do some little chores around the house, fold up your socks. For all I care, just experiment. You'll never know what works for you if you don't try it. Thank you.